good evening everybody and welcome to Keyboard Skills Pro. My name's Tom and thank you so much for being with me this evening. And apologies we didn't get a chance to do a live stream last week, but we were having some work done here at the studio, and the work was being very kindly done by my dear father, and he was helping install a new air conditioning unit for the studio. So finally, after years of wanting air conditioning, we managed to get that installed here, which is brilliant, and because in the summer it does get quite hot. Although ironically, being that it was installed for my visiting students, they're obviously not coming at the moment because of the lockdown. So there we are. But I thought we'd do tonight, folks, something a little different, and we're just going to focus on the piano, and we're going to play lots of light, not too heavy, classical pieces of music, and we're going to cover a wide range of these. We're going to do some early classical, we're going to do some romantic, some different styles, which I hope you'll enjoy as we're going along. So one or two folks on the chat tonight, folks. We've got Classic Clara Wedding Hire, my family, good evening all. Aurora Knox from Germany, hello Aurora, hope you're well. Alan from Leeds is on, good evening Alan, and also Alan Fuller from Georgia, USA. Dale Abrams with the Syracuse Wurlitzer, yes, hello Dale, lovely to see you. And Fong Nunion's on, hello Fong, nice to see you here on YouTube this evening. Now folks, we do have some news, lots of exciting things going on in my music work, and of course now things are starting to get a touch more back to normal. A lot of my workload is starting to come back, particularly this time of year. I would normally be about halfway through recording the rehearsal tracks for the various pantomimes that happen in January each year. Now we're fingers crossed that by then, hopefully, live theatre shows will be able to go ahead in one fashion or another. But of course, we are still planning ahead to record this music. So I'm now going to be a little bit more tied up with my work, and also I'm also composing some new organ books, which I'll tell you about in the coming weeks. So from now on, we'll be doing live streams, not every week, I'm afraid, but we will be doing them once a fortnight. Okay, I thought long and hard about it, and I do need to have the extra time in the evenings to do my work, which I'm sure you'll understand, because during the day I'm teaching or I'm working with Allens or whatever, and of course got my family as well. So rather than just not do them all together, which would be a great shame, because I've loved having your company, and I myself have indeed enjoyed playing lots of different music for you. So we will keep doing them, but they're going to be on a fortnightly basis, and of course I will share the news of what we're doing and when we're doing it. It'll obviously be Wednesday the same going forward, but we will let you know via Facebook, Patreon and all the other places. So there we go. So hope you understand that. Reverend Tony's on. Hello Tom, and very good evening to you Tony. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, let's carry on now folks with a lovely gentle piece now. This is by Edward Mcdowell. By the way, that first piece, that was a piece, or a work I should say, by Clemente, and that was his Sonatina in C major, which we heard all three movements. Nice easy collection of pieces, and you can find that online or in a book of Clementi. So that was written by Muzio Clementi. He was born in Italy, but despite his very Italian sounding name, he mostly grew up in England, and he was credited with the title the father of the piano, because he wrote some of the very first works for this new instrument, the forte piano. It's the predecessor of our modern pianos, but it was the first time when the strings were struck with hammers as opposed to plucked as they were in the harpsichord. So Clementi was the first composer to really write proper works to be performed for this instrument. You could hear the volumes changing. Here we go with Edward Mcdowell's To a Wild Rose. This is number one from his Woodland Sketches. Really beautiful piece, and I hope you'll enjoy some of the pieces I've chosen for you tonight, and we'll take a little bit about them as we are going along. Here we go. Isn't that lovely? That's from the Woodland Sketches. Edward Mcdowell, who was around in the late 1800s. He was an American, despite, once again, his very English-sounding name. But he wrote lots of lovely pieces in there. What have we got? So Reverend Tony says hello. Well, I can't pronounce the name. Amish Hovershoe. Hello from Cedar Falls, Iowa. Well, hello, Iowa. Nice to see you. Lovely to get some folks on tonight, folks from Germany, America, England, and tonight we're just enjoying some nice, gentle music on the piano from the classical repertoire. And I've got this wonderful book. It's called The Library of Piano Classics. If you haven't got this, it's a really, really great book to have in your collection. It's ring bound, and it's got some wonderful, wonderful music in it. Well, this year, folks, we were partway through the celebrations of Beethoven's anniversary. It was 250 years of his birthday, I believe. And of course, there's been supposed to be lots of concerts planned. Of course, a lot of that hasn't happened, but they have been doing a lot of people playing stuff for Beethoven's 250th. So I thought, well, we can't let today go without some Beethoven. Dave C4511. I know Dave. Dear Dave is patron of mine. Hi Tom, great performance of Two A Wild Rose. Also like the version you play on your CD on the Cotton Wurlitzer. And Dave brings up a very good point, folks. If you just excuse me a second while I nip off camera. And I'll tell you, the air conditioning, folks, in here, it's not actually on at the moment, but I had it on for 15 minutes before we started. And it just took the temperature down absolutely beautifully. And because in here with these studio lights that we have on, it really does get quite warm when I'm performing for you. But anyway, getting a few books. This is my CD, folks, one of my 6 CD albums, and it's called Strike Up the Band. I'll bring it a bit closer so you can see it. And that is recorded on the Cotton Wurlitzer, which is still in Cotton. Of course, Cotton's closed now and moving, but that's got a great selection of music on it, including To A Wild Rose that we just played, but using pipe organ sounds. Available on the website, everybody, which is, of course, tomhorton.co.uk. We also find CDs for Lowry and everything else. Aurora Knox has said, can you tell me about the difficulty level of that book, please? Well, it's a variety of pieces, Aurora Knox. They're all originals. So you've got Bach, you've got the Bach... you've got that stuff. You've got the waltzes of Chopin. Stuff, but they're all original, so there's this very, very hard. I mean, I'm quite honest, there's a lot of stuff in here, even I can't play, but it's all really nice scores, all laid out. There's actually 2 books. There's a second one called The Library of Piano Classics, is its title. This is the second one, in which we also have some Erik Satie. In fact, actually, let's play some Satie next, actually, Erik Satie. I'm also going to play a little bit later, folks, a piece of music from one of my pianistic books, which I've written in the style of a Chopin waltz. So we'll talk about that in a bit. But actually, in my second piano book, Pianistic 2, this is the last one in the piano series, there is actually a piece, and I think we played it a few weeks ago, called Setipede, which of course is a portmanteau of the gymnopédie, the pedi at the end, and Satie being Erik Satie's name, so Satipede, or whatever you want to pronounce it. I love Satie, and this is an homage. So that's available in Pianistic 2, which again, you can get that via the website. Don't forget, folks, there is still an offer on in the month of July that if you buy any pianistic music book, piano book from my website, you get a free Tom Horton CD album. So if you enjoyed that Wild Rose and want to hear it on a pipe organ, buy a book, you get a free CD. And we don't charge for autographs. So here we go with the 3 Gymnopédies. These were written by Erik Satie, the famous French composer, and the first one, of course, is the most famous one. And what is really nice to do before you actually start is increase the reverb quite a lot. So you get a lovely echo. course, by Fauries by Beethoven there, everybody. Very, very nice. Sounds lovely to play some Beethoven, and we'll do a little bit more Beethoven in a short while. Well, let's have a look on the chat, what's going on. Keith is on, dear Keith and Susan down in Essex. Hello Keith, it's Susan and, no, hello Tommy. God, it's been a long day. Hello Tom, it's Susan and Keith from Great Baddow. Enjoy the music very much. Keith is one of my online students, and we have fun learning theatre organ stuff and so on. Nick Wood, hello Nick. Nick is a chum of mine and projectionist extraordinaire at the Southwold Electric Picture Palace. By the way, if you haven't seen it, the other day, last Friday was it, I released a Lauren Hardy silent film, and Nick very kindly came along, gave up his afternoon to show the films on the screen at the cinema so I could play the organ in the cinema, and we did We Four Down, one of Lauren Hardy's classic shorts, which is on the channel now, Keyboard Skills Pro, of course, what you're watching, and excuse me, and also there's a full concert on there. If you go onto the channel and search the playlists for theatre organ favourites, you'll find an 11-part concert of all different music, again recorded on the virtual organ at the cinema. Oh, hello, Rob Block's Adventures. Hello, Rob Blocks. I don't think we've had you on here before. If we have, I apologise. Tom, I saw your arabesque, all parts, and can now play it beautifully. Oh, that's very nice to hear. Thank you. Roblox is talking about a piano tutorial on my channel, which is in 3 parts, that teaches you how to play Burgmüller's arabesque. Well, we're going to be playing that piece a little later. We're going to play some Burgmüller. Ian Ship, hello Ian, great playing, thank you very much Ian, lovely to see you on here. Aurora Knox, beautiful piece it is indeed. Fyong Jung has put, how do I compose music beautiful like Gymnopédie? I'm an idiot at composing. Oh dear, well I wouldn't say you're an idiot Fyong, you're probably just lacking in the knowledge of how to do it. Well, there is a tuition video here on my channel that teaches you how to do some basic composing, but Fyong, if you'd like to see how you write one, why not treat yourself to a copy of Pianistic 2? And in here, there's my composition, Satipidi, which will basically let you hear how that's done. Nice book to have in your collection. Thomas Burkmeyer. Hello, Thomas. Greetings from Germany. Hello. Nick Woods put, is it cold enough now for Debussy Snowflakes? Not yet. Aurora Knox put, I learned to play Fur-Elise with your videos too. Yes, of course I've got a 3-part Fur-Elise video on there, Aurora Knox, haven't I? Yes, indeed. Well, let's now carry on, folks, and actually let's play some Burgmüller. That would be a very good idea, as some of the gang. I'm just going to take off my iPad for a second, because I use that to chat to you. But do keep saying hello, folks. It'd be lovely to hear from you on this lovely evening. And this is the Burgmüller 25. Easy, well, I say easy, it's very challenging, but if you want to learn scales and chords and arpeggios, this is the guy to do it. Burgmüller wrote lots of really cool stuff for the piano. Here we go with Arabesque. Oh, let's whack the old reverb back down a little bit. There we go. Right. In fact, let me tell you something, folks. That was the first video I ever put on my YouTube channel, which is 3 years ago this October, I would say. I had a couple of videos on my channel, but I started my channel in earnest in about October 2017. In 2018, I really took it on board as part of my musical sort of weekly program, the things that I do. And it's now grown I'm very proud of where it's come from. You know, we've now got, I think, over 5,500 subscribers, and lots of people sharing great comments, and people who just commented now said, you know, they've learnt the pieces with help from my videos, which is such a real kick, I can't tell you. So yeah, that's where it all came from, arabesque. What else have we got in the in the Berg Model 25? Well, there's quite a lot in here. They've all got lovely names. This one's called Ballard. So you can see how he's training you with chords, scales. It's brilliant stuff. I give Bergmuller to all my students, and they don't realise what it is it's doing to them. And that was La Tarantelle, the Tarantelle. Before that we had something else. But those are all different levels, grade 2, grade 5. Some of them find their way onto exam pieces. This is the Barcarolle. Lovely 6/8 number. You can hear there, but he's training it. Look, I'm a broken chord, I'm a broken chord, and then arpeggio. Brilliant stuff. 25 easy and progressive piano studies, and they do start very simple and work their way right up to the top, which is very, very nice. So there we go, folks, all good stuff. Well, I hope you're enjoying it, folks, and we're playing some music this evening from the world of the sort of classical sort of piano repertoire, and so far we've had Clemente, we've had Edward Mcdowell, we had Eric Satie, Beethoven, and loads of things. Oh yeah, let's do a little bit of Beethoven while we're talking about the great man, and this is a nice little number of his because I can actually play it. Haha! Here we go. Lovely, easy piece of Beethoven there. Well, everybody, we've had lots of lovely stuff so far, and you're watching Keyboard Skills Pro, and why not join the channel? So just hit subscribe. Lovely to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget, if you want to hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. So just a quick swig of the ocean there, which is very, very nice. And what should we have next? Oh, we talked about this this waltz I talked about earlier. So this is from Pianistic number 2 in my piano book series, and we've got a lovely collection of music in here. We've got jazz, we've got sort of eerie music, we've got lots of different things, but there is one called the Waltz in B Flat. There's a story behind this piece. It's a sort of a Chopin style waltz. And many years ago there was a bird that used to sit with a collection of other birds out on the telegraph pole on the wires outside, and he would whistle this little phrase. There's no word of a lie, that is exactly what he'd whistle. And what I would do, I would whistle it back at him, and he would actually respond a couple of times. And then, of course, winter comes, so he disappeared. And this went on for 2 or 3 years. Nostalgically, I always hoped it was the same bird. I'm not quite sure what sort of bird it was, but starling or something. But anyway, that little fragment became this little Chopinesque waltz. Enjoy. It's called the Waltz in B Flat, The Bird. There we go. The Waltz in B Flat, composed by myself, which is, of course, Tom Horton. And yeah, that's from Pianistic book number 2. So that's available on the website. I can ship them all around the world. Get them on the website, tomhorton.co.uk. There's 2 other books as well. And if you order any piano book during the end of this month, you get a free Tom Horton audio CD signed by some bloke. Right, well, we haven't had any Chopin. We cannot do classical piano stuff and not have a Chopin. So we are going to play, if it's in this book, which I think it is. Yes, let's do the Prelude in B minor, Opus 28, number 6. Here we go. great piece. One of the preludes from the master Chopin. Very, very nice. Now, a little bit later on in the era of, I suppose, what we might call classical music, we have a guy come along called Nikolai Lewinsky, who was really romantic, actually, he did all this stuff between 1844 and 1908, and this is a famous piece because this was later took by Tommy Dorsey and recorded with his wonderful trombone sound, this was the Song of India. And if you haven't heard the Tommy Dorsey recording, do have a listen to it because it's absolutely brilliant. Anyway, so this is the Song of India. Isn't that lovely? You can hear Tommy Dorsey's famous thing. If you listen to Tommy Dorsey and his orchestra's recording of that, very nice. Song of India by Nikolai Lewinsky-Korsakov. Thomas Burtmeyer in Germany says, great, thank you Thomas, much appreciated. Well everyone, my word, look at that. Well, we've done almost 45 minutes of lovely light classical music. Well, we're going to finish off in a few short minutes, folks, but let's play some Schumann and his beautiful Traumerei. This is stunning. I love this piece. And on my piano here, I've actually got a German piano, a Bosendorfer, which we've been playing on this evening, the sound of. And sounds very nice. But thanks for your company, folks. I really can't thank you enough for coming this evening. Don't forget now, folks, that live streams on Wednesdays are now every fortnight. Okay, every fortnight. I've done a couple of polls on the community area of the YouTube channel, and it seems a lot of you still want to hear more theatre organ, so that's on the way. But we've also got plans for a film night, a Broadway show night, and we might do, what else do we need to do? We need to do a 50s night, some nice music from the 50s. I'm also going to do a unusual music night, where we're going to play a load of songs you may not have heard before, or haven't heard for a long time, or ones we don't hear very often, so less heard sort of pieces. So don't forget, folks, if you enjoyed the music tonight and like to support musicians like myself, you might like to consider, as I say, treat yourself to a piano book off the website, an audio CD maybe, or if you just fancy just a little tip to the musicians of the evening, please visit paypal.me/thmusic. If you wish to, that's much appreciated if you do. But thank you to all of you for giving up 3/4 an hour of your evening to spend time with me, and it's a great pleasure, as always, to have your company here on YouTube. Let's play a little bit of Schumann now. Okay, here we go. The beautiful Traumerei. Oh, what a lovely piece. Robert Schumann, the great romantic writer of so much wonderful German Lieder. Traumerei there. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Very short, but equally lovely. Well, everyone, once again, thank you to all of you for watching this evening. And it's getting quite warm in here now, so I'm going to be looking forward to switching on my air conditioning unit for a few minutes. Before I head back inside the house to the computer to carry on editing more videos here for my channel. We've got some great tuition stuff coming up. We've just started recording part 2 of the Pineapple Rag series. That's coming soon. And I'm also going to be doing some of my pianistic books as lessons. Oh, by the way, oh, hang on, we've got an actual German person, Auroranox, here we go, right. By the way, the AU in Traumerei is spoken like Oi in oyster, Träumerei, and it's actually quite correct, you are right, Träumerei. Thank you very much, Auroranox. I've always, I remember a guy on my YouTube channel always used to comment about how I pronounce Berg, it's Müller, I think it is, Bergmüller. You're supposed to perch the lips. Anyway, thank you, Tom. Dale Abrams has put, looking forward to the theatre ultra. We will also be doing some more silent film nights as well, folks. But what do we finish off with, everybody? We finish off with how we started. We finish off with Clemente, the man who was given the name the father of the piano for his wonderful compositions and this is the collection of Clementi sonatinas that he wrote, and there are in fact 6 sonatinas for the piano, and we're going to play the first movement from, I think it's the 5th one. I can't remember off the top of my head. It might be the 6th one now I come to think of it. It's a cracking little number. Yes, it is the 6th one. This is the Allegro con Spirito by Musa Clementi. Thanks for watching, folks. Books and audio CDs on the website. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time, but in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to share the video around Facebook, please do so. It's wonderful that you support me in the way that you do, and wherever you are in the world tonight, Germany, America, England, wherever, thanks so much, and we will finish off with this little number, Sonatina, Opus 36, number 6. This is the first movement of Musa Clementi's Sonatina.